Cooperation Report Presentation by Stanislas Volkaert. This report on artificial intelligence aims to create awareness and provide accurate information on what AI really is, how it is helping us, and what the future holds for it. The ever-increasing advances in AI are the result of algorithm improvements, increased processing power, and exponential growth of digital data. AI is all around us and in the future will be even more so. That is why it is of such great importance that awareness of the subject is created so that people won't fall behind. For this report, the first step I had to take was come up with 3 interesting questions about artificial intelligence. As I know there are some big misunderstandings concerning AI, my goal was to create an informative report explaining what AI really is, what it's currently being used for, and how it will help us in the near future to achieve greatness. The second step was doing in-depth research into AI by reading high authority sources to assure the quality and correctness of this paper. Perhaps the most difficult part of this report was formulating it in a clear and efficient way so that people who are not well acquainted with this technology can develop a better understanding of it. Now I am going to talk to you about my research questions, why I have chosen for these questions, and what sources I used. My 3 research questions about artificial intelligence focus on explaining what AI actually is, as in my opinion, everybody has heard of it, but not a lot of people can actually explain what it is. Secondly, I try to explain what its applications are, in other words, in what branches can it be implemented in order to help us create a more sustainable future and help us find solutions to the world's major problems. Lastly, my third question focuses on the future. What are the new developments in AI going to be, and how is it going to impact our lives? My 3 questions are: is there a difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? If so, what is it? The second question: in what fields and sectors can artificial intelligence be implemented? In other words, what are its applications and what can it do for us? Third and last question is: what does the future hold for artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or AI in short, is a simulation of human intelligence in devices and machines, which can perform tasks and learn from them and their environment. Within AI, there are 2 subdivisions: strong AI, more commonly referred to as artificial general intelligence, which is intelligence demonstrated by machines, and then there is ABI. ABI, or artificial biological intelligence, focuses on emulating natural intelligence, which involves consciousness and emotions, such as displayed by humans and animals. For this report, we are going to be focusing on the strong artificial intelligence, for which I will be using the term AI. According to Tom Mitchell, machine learning can be defined as a study of computer algorithms that allow computer programs to autonomically improve through experience. It tends to focus more on the development of computer applications. Machine learning happens when devices can, based on data and observations, find patterns in this data. When these patterns are established, they can begin to create new actions in order to become more effective and efficient. So now, what is the difference between AI and machine learning, as they both learn from their patterns and evolve? In short, the answer is that instead of looking at it as being 2 different things, we should look at it as machine learning being an application of artificial intelligence. AI does not only learn from its actions, but is also capable of mimicking advanced human capabilities, whereas machine learning is not. Whereas in the near past, artificial intelligence was mainly used in the technological field as implementations for automating production systems, artificial intelligence is also beginning to be used in a wide array of other applications. Some of these new applications for artificial intelligence are virtual assistants, better known as chatbots, such as Apple's Siri or Amazon's Alexa, the agriculture and farming industry, autonomous driving and flying, and the security and surveillance industry. Everybody knows what Siri and Alexa can do, but less known are the other applications where AI is being used for. With increasing pollution and climate change, the weather is ever changing and less predictive, making it difficult for farmers to determine what crops to plant and when to plant them. Artificial intelligence allows farmers to have a better insight of the weather developments, as AI can make better weather forecasts. It also allows drones to analyze crop health, This is done by flying a drone over the crops, which collects data and is then processed. This method allows farmers to take appropriate action at the right time and to analyze what the potential damage to crops will be by external factors in the future. Besides the farming industry, AI is also used for smarter warehouse division and to optimize logistic supply chains and automating warehouses by adding autonomous vehicles such as AGVs. But an even more interesting example of artificial applications are its use in healthcare. In a study performed in 2018 by the Seoul National University Hospital and College of Medicine, it was determined that algorithms outperformed 17 out of 18 doctors when it came to analyzing chest radiographs and detecting abnormal cell growths. For this study, the researchers had developed their own AI algorithm called DLAD, Deep Learning Based Automatic Detection. The last couple of years, AI has been revolutionized, as the number of applications for artificial intelligence keep growing in number in both the field of research accomplishments and in the field of real-world applications. But what is going to be achieved in the future, and has artificial intelligence reached its zenith? In the next decades, artificial intelligence will continue to be pushed to its limits and new frontiers will be discovered. Our way of transportation will change. We will still have roads, but we might no longer drive on them. Trucks carrying goods will be autonomous, and by taking the human element away, there will be fewer accidents and less traffic as artificial intelligence will be able to optimize the chain of logistics. In media, AI will also continue to play an important role in accurate reporting. With the help of cyborg technology, news companies such as Bloomberg are able to quickly analyze and convert complex reports into much more accessible and understandable information. As we are already seeing in the healthcare sector, AI will not replace doctors, but it will aid them in detecting diseases quicker and more accurate, and it will help whilst performing operations. Artificial intelligence will also be used more in the schooling system. With the help of facial analysis, AI will be able to identify students in a classroom that are struggling or bored and help them achieve their full potential. Another great use of AI which Google is currently developing is an AI assistant that, much like humans, has the possibility to make calls with customers in order to help them fix problems and make appointments. This means that Google is striving to implement ABI in artificial intelligence, as I mentioned in the first question, which will create machines that can understand nuance and context. I have chosen for these three questions as I believe that not a lot of people actually understand what artificial intelligence is and therefore immediately reject it. They do not know the benefits AI gives us when it comes to saving lives, protecting crops, or help us in our day-to-day lives. Therefore, this report aims to help people understand what AI really is and the advantages it has, but also what we can expect from it in the future. When doing my extensive in-depth research for this report, it was concluded that a lot of information from high authority sources can be found on the subject. A lot of universities have published different reports on the matter for both experts and the general public to help create a better understanding of what artificial intelligence really is. Artificial intelligence is the future. There's no doubt about it. Some people will lose their job, and new jobs will be created. There's no running from it. Instead, we should embrace it. AI will allow us to find more effective and efficient ways to use the world's resources to our benefit, and it will help us identify and cure diseases.